I'm a big proponent of formal education. And a lot of people kind of view going to university as not fun, not cool. Probably because they're not going to a cool university. But if you go to a place like Harvard, it's kind of cool because pretty much every day of the week, you're saturated with potential free seminars. I could go to see Oprah, I could see Lady Gaga, I could see Obama, I could see Tony Robbins, and I might see or get invited to see all of them in the same day, which is truly amazing. I'm literally going to Boston every single week. I fly from West Coast to East Coast just to go to school. Why would I do that? What makes it worthwhile for me? Well, the classmates I have are real peers, really smart people that we can share intellectual conversations with. I'm learning quite a lot about the world, about law, about how societies work together, about humanity. These things kind of inspire real social dynamics in the sense of identity level change work, in terms of like where we can do business, how we can do business, also understanding the world. And also it's been an inspiration also for the musical that we're working on. In fact, last time I was there, I was able to do several videos with people that were members of the secret society, Hasty Pudding. You'll see that on my channel as well. It's kind of the secret society for people that are involved with theater. And it includes several presidents of the United States that were involved, because most of the people who are in that group aren't even in the theater world. I love going to the Harvard Law School and the Cambridge Commons because I always run into people that are scholars that could share ideas and have become some of my closest friends and advisors. I find that when you go to bars of university campuses, especially if they're on-campus student unions or student areas, then you'll meet a lot of other students, and it's a great way to network. I love also going to restaurants and shops near my house because it saves me time, and my time is so valuable. This is my old apartment here. I used to live in this yellow building right here on the right. We're passing Sheng Shou. This is one of my old favorite Chinese restaurants, mostly because of distance. This pizza restaurant here is pretty good too. They have a deluxe pie that's amazing. One of the most popular places that you'll see in town is coming up ahead on the left. It's called Cambridge Common. It's a popular burger and beer joint. Harvard students hang out all the time. When I go down to Harvard Square and I walk around the park, I always find awesome places I could shoot video. I wish I got into video a lot earlier, but I've met a lot of people just from hanging out, reading books, or chilling with friends just in the student hangout areas when it's warmer. So up ahead is Harvard Square. As soon as we pass through those gates, we'll be right in the center of the Harvard University, Harvard Square area. So up ahead is the John Harvard statue. Now, you'll see tons of tour guides and people putting their finger on that shoe because it's a little gold part. What all the tourists think when they're getting these tours, that if you do that, and you rub it, you get good luck. But what they don't realize is that another ritual is that the fraternities come every year, and as part of their initiation ritual, they'll pull down their pants and pee on that statue. Having a big house has been pretty useful for when I was living in Boston because it allowed me to throw parties and networking events with other entrepreneurs and intellectual students. And I think organizing that and taking your time to do so, even though it can take a lot of time, is well worth it. Right now we have a house in the Hollywood Hills, but I also utilize this house in Cambridge. It's very expensive, and I use that to throw events, but also because it also allowed me to have separate offices. And I found that by having a place where I could host staff and friends and invite people from all around the world that I've met and have a place that they could crash and have an incentive for them to come visit me was also a great way to stay in touch with very powerful people. I lived in that place for a couple years, and then I moved down to this house on Bowdoin. It's a beautiful house, recently sold, and I used to have parties here every month. I believe it's the nicest house in the city of Cambridge. So if you see that turquoise blue house up ahead on the right, that's my old house. I believe this house recently sold for about $5 million or something like that, plus or minus $1 million. But yeah, I had some really good times here. It was a lot of fun. One of my neighbors was the guy who made 50 Cent his first legal $1 million in the music industry. So I used to have board meetings for my entrepreneur board of advisors. We used to do them in the law school right over here. There's also a lot of awesome lectures, a bar where all the law students can hang out and have drinks. There's a restaurant. This is a very dangerous city to jaywalk though. People out here drive crazy.
Yeah.
The roads don't make any sense.
Probably they're all built back in the horse and carriage days.
Well, yeah, the big joke is that the roads out here were made by following the herd of cows.
Oh,
yeah, this place is not that bad anymore. I mean, it's a relatively small park.
yeah.
And there are cops all over this park. It's a very nice park, but you always get weird random announcements in your email about students getting assaulted or some kind of crazy thing that happens at night.
Probably just drunk kids getting into scuffles.
It's usually not the drunk kids.
Yeah.
Kids here are pretty tame.
People don't do duels out here like Hamilton.
I think that the tombstones here are so old that they might not even be in front of the actual tombs of the people that they're all buried in. I know in Salem they had that problem where they just took the tombstones and put them in random places as art. The business school is on way the other side of town. We used to have a friend who had offices there that he would share with us in the Harvard Innovation Lab. They call it the iLab. That campus is super huge. I used to go to business seminars and lectures there as well. Harvard's probably the most challenging school I've had to go through. The most difficult education in terms of professors and the challenge that they put in terms of workload. I had a classmate who dropped out because she was saying that it is 5 times as much work for the exact same class that she's taken at a different university. And it makes sense, it really is. But at the same time, if you could balance your time and manage your time, I think it's worthwhile to go through graduate level education or any kind of college education. My class is in this big red building right here. Oh, up here on the right is the library.
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Yeah. Seaver Hall. It's probably one of the most popular buildings on campus. I made a video on my YouTube channel about the value of college and how it's influenced me. You can check that out as well if you want to see things in more detail. I also have interviewed many people that I met through university, including a professor of mine that owned a company that was generating almost $200 million a year in revenue. So, I mean, I've been able to meet a lot of these people just through the college network. Also, there's no way I would be able to run RSD the way I'm running it without a lot of the skills I learned about communication, business, logistics, and negotiation. A lot of these skills are all from going through university programs. I hope you enjoyed the video.